darts were thrown, and we were physically receiving them. Don't get caught up in the metaphor.
Remember last episode, we didn't really like it that much because we was like, it didn't give us a lot, but it built us up to this episode.
Here's the chicken wing. Look at each other. You know you my girl.
It's the after party. Miko after party. Jill after party. The after party. It's the after party. Miko after party. Jill after party. It's the after party.
Welcome to the after party. I'm Miko Grimes.
I'm Jill Monroe.
And this is, see how you already, see? What do you want, Mouse? I'm trying to introduce you. He already
I heard the pause. So I was like, oh, that's me.
You thought that was your cue, not knowing that there's a flow already in place. Miko has this.
our first male guest, and he already can't get on code, on cue. Welcome, Mouse Jones, to the after party, everybody. Thank you, Mouse.
How are you? How's everybody?
Good.
It's a little toxic Monday for everybody.
Yes. So you're our first penis guest of the show. Yes, we needed some dick on here because
I'm glad I can lend my expertise.
yes, we needed the dick. There's two of us. Can you handle both of us? Is it enough? Is it enough?
Come on now. Y'all know how toxic I am. Come on now. You might have to call up some homegirls now. You might have to call up some friends, okay?
Oh, so you need more than two.
I'm a giver.
Oh, Lordy. Good. Well, we need you to give on this episode of Insecure. That's what we're recapping. We're having you on here to have a real nigga discussion. We've been having nothing but female guests, so we've only had a female perspective. So we need some testosterone.
You needed me to bring in the funk. It smelled too good. You need me to bring in some funk.
Bring a little funk in it, yes. But before we get started, I wanted you to talk about how you and I met, because you haven't met Jill yet. This is your first time meeting Jill, my co-host. Say hi.
Hi, Jill. How are you?
Hello, toxicity.
Thank you. When you see me. Happy belated Mother's Day to anyone who celebrated Mother's Day. We need y'all. Thank y'all for being Black mothers and all that good jazz.
So you start off on the positive before you come with the junk. I see you.
Always.
Clear the way with love, and all right.
If I build you high, it's a greater fall.
God, that is awful. Oh my God. So Mouse, how do we meet?
How did me and Miko Miko always had my support from day one because my OG, my big homie Taxstone, he supported her. So blindly, you see it. So, with Tax, I think everybody knows with Tax, it comes like what he's done for me in my life. Anybody he supports kind of blindly gets my support. And then as I started listening to Miko's podcast and just started seeing oh, she really be with the shits. She'll pop on a whole police task force. Yeah, she mad cool. And then I think one of us have reached out on Instagram.
You definitely reached out to me.
Yeah, I reached out to her on Instagram, and then she immediately let me know, I don't know who you are. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of a big deal, but if you don't know me, guess I'm not working hard enough. And then she actually came out and supported the Guys Next Door, one of my podcast projects. She came and supported our first live show in New York. And then since then, it's oh yeah, she got me. She got me. I got her.
Yes, I definitely pulled up on the live show. It was so fun. It was fun. That was our first time actually meeting in person and everything. It was real fun. I
remember your eye was kind of closed like that. There was a lot of cheating going on.
I was fried.
Yeah, I ain't like that in my green room. I was like, excuse me, okay? The smoke needs to go upstairs.
This nigga was playing weed police in the green room. I was like, nigga, you crazy? We about to fire this weed up in here.
You needed a clean environment for your vocal cords so that you could enunciate
I don't smoke or drink, so my green room rules are always before the show. So before the show, because I don't want to be a downer on everybody. So before the show, at least, I tell everybody you can't smoke in here. None of that. After, I do like to relax in the green room after a show, but you know, if the chiefing must go on, let me get it back here.
It must go on. And before we go on with the show, I want you guys to raise a glass for me. I just celebrated my 4-year anniversary of my podcast.
Hey,
Congratulations.
4 years.
congratulations.
You got 4 years in you?
I don't think I've ever done anything for 4 years. I'd be a dad. That's about it, man. Oh.
Well, can you guys raise your glass and tell us my podcast really get started? Clink.
Cheers.
Cheers to me. For those of you listening to this that don't listen to my podcast, it's still right here on my YouTube channel. Just scroll on through. You can catch my episodes. There's 213 of them hoes. Get your life. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started on the show. This episode is titled What, Jill?
Low key moving on, like Maya. Anyway.
Great, terrible Silk the Shocker verse right there.
Oh my God.
We know Silk the Shocker slander right now. Silk the Shocker was a moment, you know, and that's disrespecting Master P ultimately, and we can't do that. So.
I'm just saying, great, terrible verse. Like, love the verse. It was fucking terrible.
All right then.
On with that. So Jill, get us started. How did this episode start off?
So we start off, we see Issa, it's 3 a.m. She's stressed out because the block party is the next day. She's scrolling through Instagram, looking at her post. She clicks on Nathan's page. He's posting and up and active. So she hits that DM up and he responds back. They end up on the phone while she's making her little microwave quesadilla snack, you know, trying to take the edge off.
That's a ghetto ass quesadilla.
It looked absolutely disgusting. Not gonna lie to you.
Look, I didn't even see all of that. I mean, I just saw that she was making it. That was so, you know, she needed a snack to take the edge off. Y'all leave Issa and her snack.
3 a.m. You eating that? You ain't going to bed till about 5.
That's an LA
bed anyway. Did you speak up?
Yeah. So nobody else had an issue with the fact that we left from December 6th all the way to January 25th. They skipped Christmas and the New Year. Like I was expecting something to happen, like maybe us to find out about Condola and Lawrence. Maybe they had a Christmas party or New Year's. Like they just done slid us right on through there. Here we are, January 26th.
I love it. I love it because the way Insecure is, we only get Insecure in the summer, right? And when you got these like sitcoms that you like really like, or not even just sitcom, you got these shows that you like fall in love with, you kind of celebrate the seasons with them, right? Like I think of like This Is Us during the holidays and the way they do their Thanksgiving episodes. Even if you go back to Martin and that like classic sitcom, you think of the Christmas episodes around Christmas. We get this show in the summertime. So I wouldn't want to see like it was weird watching the Thanksgiving episode for me because I'm like, it's definitely not summer and I feel like I missed something, but it felt like a rerun. It was a good episode, great episode, actually, one of my favorites. But in my head, knowing that it's not really Thanksgiving kind of messed with me a little bit. So I was happy that they skipped over Christmas and New Year's and just got right into the thick of things.
I hated it. There's always so much drama with family. I still want to meet their families. I still want to see family. So I thought that, you know, we got that little taste of Issa's mom and her boyfriend. I was thinking we would see more family stuff. So I was like, damn, we just skipped over the major holidays where you would meet family and, you know.
You just want to be nosy.
Yep.
You just want to be nosy. That's it.
They might run it back. You know, we've been kind of bouncing with time backwards and forward a little bit. Maybe they'll run some of it back to explain, fill in the gaps.
Because that's what happened in this episode. Remember last episode, we didn't really like it that much because we was like, it didn't give us a lot, but it built us up to this episode, which gave us everything. This episode, everything. So the next scene. Oh no, this one we found out too, that last scene where Issa said, I don't fuck with Molly anymore. And that took us back to the first episode when it first started. And I was like, okay, we're at the present day now. Like now we about to find out what the fuck happened. Shit about to hit the fan. I got my popcorn. I was so pumped to see exactly what happened.
That was a big ball. I don't fuck with Molly no more. I said, ooh. I said, where is 50 Cent?
You know what that means. Shot. Bow. Shot. Bow.
I don't like your finger guns. I didn't like your finger, Jill. I
Okay.
didn't like those.
My bad. Tap. Tap. You know what? The point is, darts were thrown and we were physically receiving them. Don't get caught up in the metaphor.
How did your finger go so low?
Molly shot her finger guns in the next scene. She was talking shit, mad that Issa missed her party where she had won some big case. She's, pissed off about going to the party. Andrew's like, then don't come. It's typical niggas like, okay, well, let's not go. We got to go. Niggas like, well, shut up then. Get dressed. Right. Fuck.
Well, as a man, I think you do that to, one, ease your mind, because hearing y'all go on and on about something with no real decision will drive you. Someone like myself who don't drink, it would drive me to drink. So I think what I do, which I seen and identify with Andrew in that scene, was, so let me put this in front of you, so you make it feel like it's your decision. Yeah. So let's not go. We got to go.
Oh, well, since you want to go. I mean,
since you want to go, let's go. So yeah. I definitely felt that. I've definitely been in those scenarios where it's like, I'm already dressed, so we're going. So I have to let you think it's your decision to go. And but I've already popped tags off these clothing. I've already took my Instagram picture for the day. So we're going outside.
It's documented.
It's documented. So I have to go outside now because I have to. I need an outside. I need like an outside active picture in this outfit.
Yes. You stupid.
Molly was really mad about Issa not going to get that seafood tower because it was meant for 4 and 3 people had to,
I don't think she was that mad about it. And I think that's like the crazy part when dealing with women. I mean, obviously you guys can speak to it more. Like the shit that y'all will pull out of nowhere to justify your bullshit. Like what? Who remembers the seafood tower? And why is this the first time we heard about this? You didn't care about the seafood tower. You are literally reaching and grasping for straws to justify the terrible decision you're trying to make.
Well, we didn't hear about it because this is somewhere in the previous months, like December or something, when they weren't messing with each other anymore after she turned, Issa.
Yeah. So it sounds like they haven't spoken to each other much, haven't seen each other. Right. This is all we kind of know at this point. Then we move on to Issa at the block party. She's walking through there, putting out little fires, like looking like a boss bitch, like just calm. She seems chill. Shout out Taco Bell. If you've ever been to one of my pool parties at my house, Jill, you've been there. I don't know if you've been. Have you had Taco Bell before?
I never had Taco Bell. I don't even know.
Oh, you got to get Taco Bell in your life. They had all the around the way vendors up in there. Simply Wholesome, yes. Orleans and York. Shout out to all the homes.
I have heard of Orleans and York.
Yes, it was all LA vibes. Everything was LA. Music was LA. The performances were LA.
Yeah, they had a guy with a furry bulletproof vest. I ain't like that. Like, why is your bulletproof? I don't like people that wear bulletproof vests in the first place, but why is it furry? You're inviting.
Maybe it's LA.
You're inviting a problem you really don't want, sir.
Oh my God. Jill, catch us up. So what else did you see in this scene? Oh, that's when she saw Condola. Remember? Boom, Condola pulled up. We needed this. We needed to see this. Jill, what happened?
So, well, before that, we see that Issa's concerned, though, that there are a lot of Caucasians. And I currently live in the area, and there is a changeover happening. So her concerns, are valid. She was concerned that her people weren't going to get the experience that she was setting up for them. Condola walks up because she wanted to make sure that Spotify, a sponsor she brought in, was straight. She was meeting them there. So Condola's just been ghost for 2 months while Issa's been handling it, putting it together. So we understand kind of in hearing this why she hasn't had time for Molly. And what we find out in this conversation is that Condola and Lawrence have broke it up. We don't know how long ago. We don't know why. We don't know when. But when when Lawrence and Condola split, Condola dropped Issa too, which is not fair and which is so cool.
That was fucked up. Mouse, what you think? Oh, give it to us. Give it to us.
I mean, listen, old Larry Love, got rid of condolences or whatever her name is, condensation.
Fuck her name up, bro. Everybody.
He got rid of the condensation. I mean, I respect it. I respect it, right? Like, that's a very nuanced situation that they're in. Obviously, you know, as entrepreneurs or creatives, I will say as creatives, we find ourselves in these positions that never really existed before. So in that, right, you got to look at, like, in that instance, she's helping somebody who ideas she believes in, and now it has turned into, like, this girl, Issa, being involved in her life, in, like, personal life, more than she expected. And if you're already feeling away, like she did say in that argument on the Thanksgiving episode, like, if Issa didn't cheat, would you have broken up? Like, you can tell that this was a little deeper than just a work situation that had mutual parties. So yeah, I understand it. You get rid of Larry, you gotta get rid of Issa too.
But I feel like well, go ahead, Miko.
I was just happy that she did her part, that she actually showed up. It appeared that Issa was like, fuck it, I'm on my own, still handle business. But I did like that she did show up. I didn't really know why she needed to show up. She could have just texted and been like, hey, girl, I'm going to do my part. I need some time. She could have just said something, but she just ghosted her. But at least she did come through on her part.
I mean, and that's how I feel. I was just gonna say that's how I feel about it. The professional aspect of you. That's why you don't mix your personal life and your professional life sometimes if you can't emotionally handle it. But I think the professional in her owed Issa a phone call, some type of communication. To just drop out and then pop up on the day of, that's a bit entitled, you know? And I feel her for the guilt in supporting her and showing up. You needed to show up for her. But at the same time, like, it's just unfair because Issa didn't know. You didn't know. Tiffany knew, didn't share. You were there when she discovered it. So I feel like you could have respectfully said, hey, this friendship thing is complicated for me right now. I got you on this business.
Like I said in the previous episode, remember I told you Condola should not be trying to be her friend, bitch. That is my dick. I might come back and get it. Don't be my friend. Didn't I tell you, Jill? I said this is going to bite her ass.
It is toxic.
Miko says that is always her rights to that dick.
My dick, always my dick, mouse. That's just what it is. And don't try to be my friend while you fucking my dick, because I might want to come back and get it. And then it's gonna be weird.
So okay, let's on that same vibe. Why I gotta be like contention? Like, okay, like if you come back for the dick, all right, whatever, but we can still be cool. Like, all dick parties could be cool.
Nah, bro, you're not gonna be cool if I'm still dipping back into my dick. I will cheat with my dick on you. I will fuck Lawrence while Condola is still with him type vibes.
So you gotta find a way. So in that instance, you just gotta find a way to, like, you know, have like a sister wife type situation where everybody cool with what's going on.
No, she ain't gonna know because I'm trying to break them up so I can get my dick back. Okay? So they'll be my friend.
Oh, it's big toxic in here. I like this.
Moving on. So we get to the step and repeat. Kelly is obviously acting the fool. Tiffany's there with her husband. She's happy to be outside. First time outside, post baby. They take some pictures. Then Issa, of course, she's panicking because Condola just told her they broke up. She asked Tiffany. Tiffany's like, nah, she ain't tell me nothing. Derek is like, he ain't tell me either. That nigga overshares and ain't tell me this. So it seems like nobody knows. If they don't know, they lying like shit. Do y'all think they
lying? We, like you just said, we went through the holidays and stuff. Nobody's gonna ask nothing. This person first, you guys celebrating Thanksgiving, was about to go to Ojai. Now they're just gone. But whatever.
Now, you think they knew?
Hell no, I don't think they knew. The only reason I think they didn't know is because Derek doesn't seem to be a character utilized to deceive or any deception this far along in the show. We're at 4 seasons. So yeah, the fact that Derek said he didn't know, in which the manner he said, let me know that I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't trust many light-skinned niggas with good hair, but I would bet that he doesn't know. I think they would. The way that breakup happened, I don't think the way it translated in that last episode where Issa got the call and Lawrence didn't tell her, I'm pretty sure they did not publicize this breakup.
Well, let me say this. As a married woman, I have made my husband lie many a times when I knew some shit went down. I'd be like, that ain't our motherfucking business. If she asked, we don't know nothing. We didn't hear nothing. What? They did? I've had my husband do that shit before because we knew some stuff and we just didn't want to get into it because we thought it was messy.
So you're running an abusive relationship over there. Got you.
No, that's not what she's saying.
That's a business, nigga. That's a partnership. And this
an abusive partnership.
Let's protect the team. We don't need their drama in our life. We got a new baby. We trying to make this go. We don't need all that.
I think if they knew, and especially the way they're teasing, and I use that term literally in its literal meaning in regards to script writing, the way they're teasing this, teasing Tiffany's possible postpartum.
Yeah, they are.
I'm 100% sure. Well, not 100. I'm 98% sure that if she knew, she would have been on it, because that would give her a way to separate from this new life of being a baby, being a mother and having a baby. She would be able to go back to old Tiffany. So I think if she would have known, I think we would have known. Tiffany's petty like that.
Well, I don't know. She seems a little different. Like you brought up that they're teasing this postpartum. We heard her say she wishes she would leave the baby in the grocery store. You know, she just seems a little too thirsty for the frosé. She says the titty didn't attach. She ain't breastfeeding. It's a lot.
And she looked like they did it. The makeup team did a good job of making her look tired. Like they did a good job of making her look tired. And I don't know if anyone paid attention. This isn't the first time they started teasing it. They started teasing it actually last episode when they went to visit her. And she so, Derek, can you take a baby? Then it was just like so like not, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. She was detached. Yeah. So I seen it last episode, and to see them double down on it in this episode in not such a right on the nose way. A1 to the writers.
We gonna get, I know for sure before this season, though, we're gonna get to a point where she break down and she loses it, maybe. I don't know.
I think that's the episode that wins in the Emmy.
Yeah.
I think that's the episode that I genuinely think that's the episode that wins them the award. Why? Because Insecure, right? We could be toxic and funny and all that, but Insecure is really a well done mirror into like millennial Black, I don't want to say struggles, but Black life, a millennial Black life at this moment. It's just like dating, work, friendship, babies,
unplanned pregnancies.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the unplanned pregnancies. Yeah, I mean, keeping the community at large.
So let's fast forward. Let's keep going. So Issa thinks she got press. There's a girl out there with her own crew. She got her YouTube channel that ain't popping yet. That was funny to me. I just was like, what the fuck? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, to your point and to the entrepreneurial spirit of the block party, that's what it is right now. People trying to bootstrap it together, pull it together, create something, and law of attraction, that dream. So, I wasn't mad at her. You got an interview. You could be the only one covering it, and that could have gone viral. I would have advised her to have her channel started first, but I'm not mad at the vision and the effort.
And it looked good. She was dressed right. She had all the equipment.
Had her crew.
That shit was triggering.
You felt the way?
That shit was triggering.
You would have slapped her mic out of her head if she would have.
I would have flipped. I'd get your. Being on both sides of it, right? Like being that person who was upstarting a platform, but then also being a person who like is somewhat solidified and like I just remember like times where I'd be on like last year being on the BT carpet. Or just like getting these weird random interview requests, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And then because I like giving back, I think that's what we have to do as creatives, right? Our jobs as people who talk shit for a living, our job is literally based on the people who listen to us. So if somebody reaches out, I'm more than likely gonna take it. But it's like when you build it up, like, yeah, it's gonna be this, that, and I'd be like, yo, so where's it gonna live? on my YouTube. No, what? No, you in your bio it says Billboard, New York Times. Why it's not going there? I don't want to be the YouTube upstart. No. So I felt it.
Well, Molly walks up and they're finally together. They give each other a super awkward hug. And she just like, Issa's like, oh, I'm surprised you were here. And she was just like, bitch, I'm your best friend. Don't try to front like she shouldn't be surprised that you're there because y'all haven't been talking. You already was salty with Andrew. Why is she fronting like that? Is that just, I thought at first I was like, okay, she's trying to put on a good face for her friend, even though they're beefing, but it's clearly awkward. Amal walks up. He says hi to everybody but Kelly. I'm not sure what that is about. Do y'all know why Amal's fucking with Kelly?
It's always been like that.
They've never gotten along.
That's always been since season 1. That's always been the running thing. Them going back and forth in a very smart.
I don't remember him never not speaking to her though.
Well, I think that was just a scene.
Oh, okay.
But they always have one-liners for each other. It's I like it. It's my favorite back and forth on TV because.
It's like Martin and Pam.
But it's not, right? Like I see a lot of people that try and do that, and it always is like this very low surface. You know, I don't want to say names because I don't know who's friends with who, but like if you look at like I was a big supporter of the Marlon Wayne show, right? And just him and Brisha always going at it felt like, okay, we get it. Black man doesn't like the girlfriend's friend, and I'm gonna talk about your hair, and Amal and Kelly is smart and well done, and they're like just witty, on-time jokes, and it's like, I like this.
You feel like they really know each other and know the buttons to push and how to hit it, not just the typical, like he's not hitting her with a chubby joke. She's not hitting him with a gay joke because it's deeper than that, and they're really friends, and they can point out the soft areas. So
when you're friends, you see the person, even if you don't like each other in the moment, when you're friends, you see each other past the outside.
Yeah.
Do you think they fucked?
No.
Oh, he's gay.
I mean, we don't know.
Oh, he's bisexual.
Yes, I thought you was about saying no such thing as bisexual for a man, because that's usually what men say.
Oh. Listen. We don't, because here's the thing that look, I'm going to keep talking. The thing that we don't know is we really don't know how all of these friendships really, really came together. We don't know how Issa, Molly, and Kelly, and Tiffany all met and how the friendship circles grouped, you know?
And Kelly's a very fun, flirty, fuckable girl, and she might have wanted to try a bisexual nigga one day.
What is fuckable? What is that?
Huh?
What type of adjective is fuckable? Describe fuckable to me.
Fuckable is
Jill had your back too. She was like, one.
No, Jill had me. Fuckable meaning like good personality, always with the shits, fun. I think Kelly might be a really good fuck. You seen her put her goddamn leg up like that and shit. She looked like she might be a good fuck. She looked like, I got on underwear too. Did y'all see my butt?
I know. I'm trying to help. Put your leg down now.
But yeah, Kelly seems a good
almost
fuck.
had your whole vagina on Zoom.
I'm ignoring him. Kelly just seems like a good fuck to me. I don't know. What y'all think?
She doesn't seem fun.
Not my cup, but I can see
Why?
It. Huh?
She doesn't seem like she would be fun to hang out. I mean, here's the thing. Everybody can have their own preferences, but she doesn't seem like she would be someone that would be fun to hang out with.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. She's hilarious.
Hey.
Okay, we'll move on. So Molly and Andrew are sitting in a little VIP section. I thought was so cute.
It was so cute. It was so cute.
Wasn't it cute?
That was the best. Yo, literally, it's so funny you said that. Because, like, as a nigga, I'm watching. I'm like, yo, that's cute, yo.
Yes.
That's cute, yo.
The whole VIP section, they had a little roped off with the fake grass and the cute couch and everything. I thought it was dope. And it was good to see them both like sitting there going, damn, this is really good. I was a little salty because it seemed like they both were shocked that Issa was even able to pull this off. But both were both like, wow, this is like really fucking good.
Well, of course, because you have Molly, who at this point like has this like disdain for Issa in her lack of like follow through, or you know, like she said later on in the show, like always needing a bailout, shit like that. So if you're with someone, their view of your friendships and close family is going to be shaped by you. So Andrew don't know Issa, but if you always talking about how much of a fuck up she is, he's gonna be surprised too when something don't fuck up, especially now that we know what we know.
See, from Andrew, I didn't get that he was surprised that it was good. I thought that he was surprised at the scope. Even with Molly's thing, I think that it was much bigger and grander on a scale that he wasn't expecting. Molly obviously thought it was going to be messed up and trash, and especially since she didn't bail Issa out and hadn't heard from her. Yeah. But I felt with Andrew, I mean, we know now, you know, he got involved a little bit, so I didn't think that he believed that it would be the same way Molly felt, but I think he was just surprised at the scope, at what the sheer largeness of what she managed to pull off.
And then he was able to tell her, like, hey, this might be why she hasn't been, talking to you as much, a little distant. She's been working her ass off. You see this? Like, this takes time and pressure, and you disconnect from your friends. He reminded her, remember how you was ghosting me for work? Like, you got to remember, motherfuckers be having shit to do just like you, so you have to take your friendships the way they come. Sometimes there's busy phases, sometimes there's needy phases. Like, you take your friendships as they are. And she kind of was like, oh, you right. Like, it seemed like she was like, damn, I've been tripping. You right. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a good scene for her to just kind of.
Molly has this thing about being a savior, right? She likes being Issa's savior, but then feels away when she isn't Issa's savior. It's like she is and you see that in friendships or relationships or family. It's like, you complain about helping me out. Then when you don't help me out, you are upset that I succeeded without you. Motherfucker, make up your mind.
Right.
But I for one, I know everybody's been on her neck. Relationship Molly is kind of lit, man.
Man, fuck out.
Relationship Molly's hitting, like seeing her in her little happy boo, even if he is, a little coronary,
Oh my fucking God. Moving the fuck
Look
on.
at your face.
Molly finds Issa by the entryway, brings her a chicken wing / olive branch.
I like chicken wing olive branches. I know Miko would not.
So you'd have to get like a cauliflower wing for Miko or something.
Yeah. This scene bothered me. Like, it really bothered me because I thought the chicken wing olive branch was a good gesture, but I felt like she really came over there to talk to her about their issues. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the wrong time. If you walking up to me at my event and you didn't help me, you should. Only thing I need from you is, bitch, you did it. Bitch, this shit is lit. Congratulations. Here your chicken wing girl. Handle your business. Let me know if you need me. We about to turn up. Like, it's supposed to be all positive. Why would you even want to come over and have a discussion? And thank God the assistant broke it up before, because they could have argued right there. It could have been a shit show. You know what I'm saying? The fucking wobble could have never happened if they would have talked right there. So I was glad he got pulled away.
I don't think they was gonna talk. I think what happened, what we later seen during the wobble, I think that's what they were going for. But it got everybody. I think that was a tool by the writers to like get our hopes up. Like, oh my God, they about to have this interaction. But I think it was going to be one of those, here's the chicken wing, look at each other, you my girl. But we didn't get that because before it could happen, the executive assistant came and got her.
Yes. So then, Jill, we end up backstage in the VIP. Vince Staples is finally there. Take us through that VIP scene.
So, Vince is there chilling. Executive assistant, I'm blanking on her name, gets a nosebleed because she's so excited to see Vince, turn up. I don't really know what that was about. I don't have that experience, but his Twizzlers were there. They had the green room package laid out. We saw what is it?
Thug Yoda. We saw Thug Yoda in the green room making moves. He said, I know you, Issa. And that's how it is in the hood. Somebody we going to make moves. We going to get in. We going to work that mouthpiece. And he was chopping it up with somebody, giving them advice.
Vince looked pleased. They were a little weirded out by, nosebleed, but he got on stage. We thought we were going to get to see Issa have her moment of triumph as the crowd cheers her on for setting it off for the hood.
Before you skip it, we got to go back to the wobble scene. We see that Andrew can fucking wobble.
I was so fucking annoyed.
Yo, he can wobble, but it was a little off. It was a little.
I don't wobble.
Do you not wobble, or can you not wobble?
I can wobble. Okay, I do not wobble.
Why don't you wobble? This is gonna get.
I'm not really for line dancing. It doesn't really work.
So you don't hit the electric slide?
I mean, a little bit, but after like one or two, I'm like, all right, we can move on to something else. It's just not for me. Yeah.
Well, the wobble took place, and it was dope. It was good to just see them have nonverbal communication for a change. All they've been doing is nitpicking and talking shit to each other, throwing jabs and shots. This was total nonverbal communication, which made me feel like, okay, shit. At the beginning when she said, I don't fuck with her, I thought I was going to get the fight, but this scene made me think, oh man, all is good. They fucking wobbled. They high-fived. They hugged. They had a great moment. And I was just like, oh shit, we not getting the fireworks. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they make up. And then Issa goes on stage to introduce Vince, like you said. First of all, this ungrateful, ghetto, late crowd had the audacity to not even let her get her shit off to talk about this. This is a big deal. And she wanted to get that off. And these ingrates yelling out Vince. And I'm like, man, I would have been like, shut up. God damn it, y'all gonna hear this.
I'm going to get 2 minutes off.
I've been there, man. As the best host in America, I've hosted many stages.
Talk your shit today.
And I just think about the first time I hosted at the Staples Center for the BT Experience in 2018. And like coming out there in between each artist, these people are here for the artist. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't know who I am. They see my face on this flyer, and next up is Cardi B. That's what they want to see. You gotta know when to fight it and when to be like, hey, motherfucker, I got the mic. You gonna listen to me. And you gotta also know when to just keep the show going on. I think Issa realized very quickly, y'all here for Vince? Okay, y'all got it. Maybe after, maybe you should have made that announcement 2 artists before. But these are things you figure out, right? When hosting and putting events together, these are things you figure out. Never, ever in life make a announcement or try to have a host moment before the headliner. Don't do it. That is my advice to host.
They were hella thirsty for him the whole show. They kept begging for him. You right.
Should have did that during the dance off. You should do that during the dance off.
During the tap dancer, maybe.
Oh my God.
I just want to say before we move on, I hate Andrew. I hate that he could wobble. I'm very annoyed that he could wobble. But of course he could fucking wobble, right? Like, of course fucking Corona Bay could fucking wobble. Fuck him.
He's Corona Bay.
This is a black only, okay?
Oh my God, Jesus. So fast forward, this is the best scene of the night. We're leaving the event. Everybody's happy. We find out that Andrew, because in the beginning, I was trying to figure out how, when she said at the very beginning, talking to Nathan, she said, thank you for helping me. And I was like, what did Nathan do? Issa ended up hitting Nathan to hit Andrew to book Vince Staples. And Molly finds this out, and she is pissed. She is pissed to the highest levels of pissivity, and she feels like Issa went behind her back. They had a moment. They squared up. There was a lot of words being thrown. Jill, what was your favorite part of this scene?
I mean, so one thing is that all of Molly's true thoughts about Issa came out in this moment. What I think is unfair is you met Andrew through Issa, and what you said to her was that I don't want to put my relationship in the middle of that. That's fair. You did not say Andrew can't be involved. Now, would I feel a type of way if my friend went to my dude behind my back? Maybe. However, I would have never put my friend in that position to begin with, because something that was so important to them, I could throw the kite out. You could even have put parameters on it, but I would have given you that link. I wouldn't have played that game with you. I get what you're saying, but Molly could have done that for her, but she looks at Issa in a certain way. And you saw that when there was no reason, one, for her to do that there, two, to do it the way that she did, saying, you always need something. That's bust up. And that's when you got to cut a friendship, because if someone looks at you as someone that always demands something or is always needy, they don't respect you. And if they don't respect you, there's no real friendship there.
I don't know how true that is, especially if you do always need something. Like, there has to be accountability on both sides. Like, if Issa only needed something twice ever, and Molly said that, I agree with you 100%. But let's look at the full scope, all 4 seasons, what we know, how this character Issa is written, how Molly and Issa's relationship is written and portrayed. Molly was right. She was just frustrated. But when she said that bar, she said, damn, nigga, you always be needing one little favor. I said, oh, I love it.
Me.
I said, oh, I also would like to say my favorite thing about the scene was not a single punch was thrown. That's my
because
favorite thing about the scene.
Allegedly pulled out a fucking gun. That's why.
Well, that was hilarious. But I just like seeing, and I don't want to be that guy because I think we should be able to embrace all facets of us. But in a world where we typically do see everything coming to blows, especially with our Black women, I love how 2 Black women cut into each other's ass and not a punch was thrown. I enjoyed seeing that as a Black person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask you both a question though? If you are growing and trying to change, because we're not saying Issa hasn't been a mess up, but she has been trying to work on her stuff. And obviously it's been a month since Molly has spoken to her. You see that this event has come up. Is it still fair to say you always need something when ultimately she did this? Yeah, her boyfriend helped to throw a kite, but he didn't help with the vendors, pulling the location together, whatever. How do you grow in a friendship, in a relationship, when someone still sees you for what you were?
You remember Issa said that she sees me how she sees me. And I think that the issue here isn't about Issa needing something. I think it made Molly mad that it wasn't her that made this happen. I think that if it was her that did it, she would have been fine. But she was really upset that she tried to low-key sabotage her getting a headliner. And she didn't go behind your back. She went over your head. She can ask Nathan anything she wants. That was her dick. They're still talking. Nathan has been already...
What dick she got? Like, how you just own everything?
Molly got more dick than Issa.
You can't own all the dick now.
No, she don't own it. What I'm saying is, that's her friend. They've been constantly communicating. You see, we put the batter in her back to even start this from Coachella. Then when she was warming up the ghetto quesadilla, he was like, "You got this." When she was at the block party and she was discouraged, there was so many white people. Nathan was right there, like, don't stress, live in the moment. This is your day. Even if he don't show a fuck, just look around you. Nathan is playing Captain Save-A-Hole, and Molly isn't. And I think she's just jealous that she isn't that person right now.
I think, once again, 2 things I see wrong with that. One, to address Jill's initial statement, we got to take into accountability, right? Like, people love to do that. And I guess I've been one of them in certain scenarios and relationships in my life where it's like, you don't account for the 2 years you've been fucking up. You think that this 1 month or this one event is supposed to change people's outlook of you when you spent 2 years building this other outlook. So it doesn't work like that, right? This is who you've been for the past 4 seasons. And yes, we see what you've done and we respect it, but you can't be mad if that does not change my outlook of you. That's 1. 2, I think what we're missing here, once again, because in this moment, in this season, Molly has kind of been difficult. I hate using that word when dealing with Black women, but she's been kind of difficult in her relationships. So it's easy to just say, Issa's the good guy. You can't, when you got to really take a look at this and say, Molly set a boundary. And the thing about boundaries is you don't have to like my boundary. You don't have to understand my boundary. but God damn it, you're going to respect my boundaries. And if not, you're going to hear about the disrespect.
She did though. And then she did. And then, but beyond that though, they are at her event. It needed to be handled right then and there. It did not. It was not that serious.
You can't.
Here's the thing. Molly cannot set a boundary for Issa and Nathan.
Right. She cannot. You cannot. That is her dig. Remember,
they have their own relationship. Their relationship that, you know, I'm not saying that Issa is not ever wrong or that she didn't have some growth to make. But what I'm saying is when someone is taking those steps, and if you don't want to be a part of it, or you feel like you can't because of past experiences, move out of the way. And if they accomplish it, you can't get mad. Nothing happened. Nothing happened with her relationship. Andrew didn't even mention it to her. It didn't impact their relationship. She went through Nathan,
That's what I want to know. Mouse, we run out of time, but we're not even going to slow this down. Mouse, so what's the issue with Andrew not even telling Molly? So why she ain't mad at Andrew for doing this favor, knowing that they ain't speaking? Why is she mad? Why we always got to go after girl? Why we don't never check the nigga?
Oh, he knew better than Issa how Molly was feeling.
He not black, so get rid of him. You know how I feel. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
All right, next topic.
Moving the puck on. So the sneak peek happens. Let's push through. I want to know. We got to get to the questions because we running out of time. But what I want to know, I want to ask you guys this question, and I think it's clear a little bit, but I need to hear officially. Whose side are you on? Do you think that Issa was shady for asking Nathan to do her the favor, going around? Or do you think Molly is right in saying, bitch, if I say don't use my man, that means don't use him in no capacity. Don't link with him on no outside forces. Mouse, you obviously, are you team Molly on this?
No, it sounds crazy. I'm not. I'm team objectivity. Like, I'm super team boundaries and respecting boundaries, even though like people see I'd be like kicking lines in the sand. I'm a respecter of boundaries. If you set a boundary, I have to respect it. If I don't respect it, I'm wrong. But I also understand Issa saying, bitch, I got to get my shit done. And that is the type of mindset that you have to be successful.
What boundary did Issa break? She did not break any boundary. She allowed Molly to still.
No, Issa just broke the boundary. She said, Molly clearly said, I want to keep my relationship out of this.
He did. Her relationship wasn't in it. Nathan, she asked Nathan.
So you're saying, which I didn't think of it like this. So you're saying Issa respected Molly and Andrew's relationship. So she utilized Andrew and Nathan's relationship.
Correct. She didn't say don't ask him at all. She didn't say he can't help at all. She said she wasn't going to ask because it compromises their relationship. So don't ask then. I'm going to go this other way. Right, Jill?
Right, exactly. Much like what Miko was saying earlier, that if there's a friend, we're still friends. I'm just not going to get involved in your personal situation like that. Me and my husband are going to stay out of that. And that's kind of what I thought Molly was saying, like, I don't want to play middleman. Fine, I can respect that. If you can get to it another way, not that Molly said that or even thought about that, but I just think it's unfair for her to unload on her. I understand some aspects of it, but at the same time, I think that that's another communication thing that we have talked about all season long. There are poor communication interactions happening with them.
Yes, and before we get to your question, Jill, I want to say this. Any friend of mine that's been my friend this long that just got a new dick and don't want to even compromise that new dick to make sure I get off the ground. You done seen me struggle, bitch. You seen me eating ramen noodles. You know what I'm saying? You seen me struggling, damn near homeless, having to go live with my ex while he fucking other bitches while I'm there. You witness all this shit, my nigga, and this is the fucking thanks I get. Like, you can't even, like, be like, yo, this is my bitch. Like, I need you to come through right now. You know, like, I just feel like that excuse was bullshit. Complete bullshit. That's just my opinion. Go ahead, Jill.
Especially when you consider, you know, she didn't want her to be friends with Condola and all the things she thought that Issa shouldn't do. Well, what should she do to get this off the ground? So there's that. Are we going to the questions?
Yeah, you got a question, yeah.
Okay, so the question that came to me was, do you think Molly and Issa's friendship can recover from that moment?
Mouse.
Oh, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know because I'm not a woman. I'm also not a black woman. So yeah, only y'all can answer. I think if we're gonna answer these questions or answer any question like that serious, I wouldn't know because I know as a man, any of my niggas, it would never got to that level. It would never got to that level.
Can they recover? What do you think as a man? What do you think looking at it?
Yeah, I mean, if we're being honest, if any relationship is built in love, yeah, I think you can recover from that. Now, do I think y'all get back to where y'all once was? I think that's a complete personal choice, but I think y'all could recover, definitely. If love is involved.
I think that any relation, this is what I've had this situation in my life many times. I've had to beat up a couple of friends. And what I've learned is once I put my hands on you, it's a dub.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's a dub. They did put their hands on each other, but some words were said, and I've had some friends that I've cut off because when certain words are said, you can't recover from certain words. Like they hurt, they cut, and you might constantly think that that's what this person thinks of you. So when you're in a friendship and you hear your friend say you always need somebody, so like imagine we make up and I need something, and now I'm gonna be like, fuck, I can't even ask this bitch because she thinks that I always need something. And that just don't feel like a good friendship. If you can't be used, you're fucking useless, right? So I just don't understand that.
I mean, more to that, not even just that, even if I don't need to come to you, if I am in a position where I feel like I need something from the world, I can't even vent to you about it because this will color your impression, the advice you give back, how we interact and relate to each other. So I think that they can, but the relationship will never be the same. And that, but it's going to take time and time apart.
Okay, one more question from me. One of them was about the Andrew not telling Molly, but we kind of already discussed that. This question here is good. Is Condola going to try to be Issa's friend and replace Molly and make her jealous?
Hell no. Condola, we ain't never seen. I hope y'all said y'all condolences to Condola because we ain't never seen her again.
The way they left it off, it says, see you around, look like they'll never be friends again. But after we saw a little recap of Issa trying her best to, stay fake busy, you never know the way bitches are. She might be trying to be petty as fuck and be Condola's friend because her and Molly might, have some time where they ain't friends. I don't know. What y'all think?
Go ahead, Mom.
I don't see Issa being that petty. Like, I just don't. In all 4 seasons, we've never seen her be petty. So I don't think.
We also have never seen Molly walk up in Issa's face, square, ready for the fade either.
Well, you know what though? In episode 1, Molly, after the broken pussy thing, when Issa was dropping Molly off, she slammed the door in her face and was like, "If you believe that or something, you're more of a dumb bitch than I am," or something like that. I feel
Shout out
like
to the dumb bitches in the world. We appreciate y'all.
Oh my God.
No dumb bitch shaming will go on anywhere I'm around. We love you.
I hate him.
I just think Condola won't be back because I think that there are some issues within herself in the context of that friendship that she doesn't like or doesn't really know how to maneuver around. So we've seen Issa reaching out and trying to be friends with Condola 2 months back. Mm-hmm. All the way to, whatever time period, and Condola wasn't responsive. So I feel like Issa is just kind of like, and now that she knows that Lawrence is broken up and we don't really know what their status is, I guess we'll see. I don't see her coming back.
I think Condola's out of here because that storyline wise, Condola's out of here because hot take, you ready?
Ready.
Because it's time for Larry Love to feel the pain, baby. Lawrence is going to be hurt. Lawrence is going to pull up on Issa like...
Toxic dick!
He's going to pull up like, oh my God, this is why nothing works. I should be with Issa. He's going to go knock on the door and Nathan's going to answer.
Ah!
Cheers to that.
You had me built all the way up and then you dropped me off like that.
What I told you at the beginning of the show, build them high, watch them fall.
You did give that disclaimer at the start.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I see it like I was kind of weird about it in the beginning of the episode. The minute that green-eyed bastard showed up looking like he's a doctor at Grey's Anatomy. I said, Larry Love is going to get, and the fact that Lawrence wasn't on this episode,
wasn't even there.
Blindsided. He's gonna be like, yo, cause I've been talking to my dad, and then Derek, he said this, and then me and Issa, we be liking each other's stuff on Instagram. He ain't even thinking about you no more, nigga.
Yes. Well, I hope that Issa is fucking both of them and just having to figure out which one to choose. I mean, why does she have to pick one? You don't have to.
Yes, you do have to pick one. I'm gonna tell you, in this scenario between Larry and fucking Ghost Man, which I support, sometimes you gotta get up out of there. Sometimes it's hot. You're like, all right, I'm out, bitch. But no, I think you do. When Lawrence is involved, you do have to pick. You can't add Lawrence. There's too much history, and the fact that you guys even interact is based off that history. So yeah, you do have to kind of pick if Lawrence is involved. If it was just like two new dicks, now I'm sounding like Miko. Yeah, if it's like two new dicks, like just two fresh out the box dicks, like you don't have to pick. You'd be like, TSA Bay, Nathan, I ain't gotta pick one of y'all. Dick. But once you bring Lawrence involved, there's history. The fact that y'all probably still dealing with each other is history.
I'm sorry. Lawrence just don't get no free pass. Granted, I do want them back together, but that nigga got to take me on them same motherfucking dates. He took Condola on to get this pussy confirmed as his. He got to send me goddamn flowers like he was doing Condola. He got to be doing the most. He got to show up looking clean and fresh. And
why?
Of your affection.
I watched him do it with another bitch.
You was giving me failure. You was giving me failure pussy for 3 years. All right, for 5 years you was giving me failure pussy. Okay, you giving me failed.
But now I want the other pussy. Now I want dick. I want that working dick. You know what I'm saying?
You're not getting this. You can't get this IT. You can't get this good IT dick with because you got one little block party. Okay, you can't do that. You do another one.
Oh my God, Jill, do you have another question? Because otherwise we're gonna get out of here. You good? Mount Jones, you were great, man. I love the penis you brought to the show. I feel like it was enough. I came. Did you come, Jill?
What? Wait.
No, I need to know the answer. No, I need to know the answer, Jill.
You're gonna have to work a little bit harder for that answer.
Oh, she said you ain't reach it.
She didn't say that. She just said I gotta work a little harder. She didn't say I ain't reach it.
That's what that means to women.
That's not what she said. I don't like how you said that. I handled you, so let's talk about Jill. Okay?
You had me all over here. But listen, tell my people all the things you're involved in, your social media, where they can find you. Let them know how they can reach out to Mouse Jones.
You can follow me on Twitter, Mouse Jones. You can follow me on Instagram, Mouse_Jones. Every night at 8:30, I release my nightly news podcast, Quarantine Nightly. This episode come out today?
Yes.
So tonight at 8, who do I have on? After y'all listen to this, make sure you go listen. Hey Friend Hey is on the couch. And like I said, I'm covering the news. So, keeping everybody abreast on what's going on in this crazy time. Guys Next Door every Monday. Me, Mac Wilds, Fly Rye, we're touching the fields and all that good shit. And every night on Instagram Live, I do Orc Smoke. I'm just building out a community for people who love music. Miko's been in it.
I have a bone to pick with you, and I would like for Jill, you know about this. We talked about this on another episode. Now, I talked about it on my podcast, how you made me lose my Aux Challenge with that bullshit ass song at the end. You said Shoot was a more niggas ain't shit song than Heartbreak Hotel.
It was.
Jill, do you agree?
Shoot.
Heartbreak Hotel. She was heartbroken. Shoot, Salt and Pepper was running through him. Right?
No. Shoot was Everyone Falls.
Oh, Shoot from Waiting to Exhale. Oh, I thought we were talking about Shoot Salt and Pepper. I was like, they was running through them hoes. I don't know.
Do you remember the Waiting to Exhale Shoot video where they were all smiling and happy in the video? That song is about a mutual breakup.
No,
that song is about a mutual fucking breakup.
No, that is
okay with it.
You all smiling because that's how the toxicity is. You like,
You said a niggas ain't shit song, and I picked And I picked Heartbreak Hotel, which starts off, you said you'd be here. You said you took your time. You can't tell me that is not more of a nigga ain't shit song.
You just got to step back in the arena with a vengeance and get back to, Miko was putting on the show, y'all, humping the floor in the onesie.
Listen, I gotta do an aux challenge. If I do 90s music, I can't do no aux challenge with motherfuckers that was still toddlers in the era of music that we are judging. That's all I know.
Can I throw a song out there that's a toxic minute?
Go ahead.
Throw one out there real quick. If Your Girl Only Knew Aaliyah.
They were telling us that we couldn't do Aaliyah. Wasn't that the thing?
Yeah, no, you can't do Aaliyah the first album back and forth.
No, we didn't mean like that. No, you just couldn't do Aaliyah because so we challenge people to really get creative. So we'll put a Jordan rule on every genre. So the Jordan rule is no Aaliyah records because the judges are going to be swayed. Oh, it's Aaliyah. That's Aaliyah. You know what I mean?
We had certain rules and certain shit we couldn't do. But
just come on back. Just come on back.
I'm gonna come back.
Right. When is Miko's round? Because I want to be in there cheering, making sure you got the judging.
I'm doing it right here. I'm making the announcement right here. So everybody knows, I build it out like a wrestling, basketball type of event. So we do these things called pay-per-views where we do these big cards. We have 4 or 5 matches, and we raise money to support COVID. So we're raising money this week for a nurse who actually came off the respirator. She was pregnant. When she came off the respirator, she went a cardiac arrest. They had to deliver the baby early. And now she has to relearn to walk and all her motor functions. So there's a GoFundMe. Her cousin watches it. They reached out. I did the research. The GoFundMe is real. This young lady does exist and needs our help. So on Thursday, I'm trying to build out a really big charity card. The whole night will be strictly for that. So Miko, if you're feeling charitable.
I'm always feeling charitable, We'll talk off the air, but I want to thank you so much for joining us and being our first penis. Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh, it was everything. It was everything you could imagine.
Yeah.
With women.
Yes, I'm gonna get you the hot wash rag when we get.
No, I'm nasty. I'm lay right in it. I pull my drawers back up and act like I pull my drawers back up and go back to playing a video game.
You just leave the juices all on the balls and everything.
And I don't realize till about 2 hours later when I go to scratch, I'm like,
a little flaky.
He's a little flaky. What the? And you gotta go like this. You gotta go.
I fucking hate it. Oh my God. You got one of them beers too that look like pussy juice just drip right on down it.
Look at that. That's a good slate. That's a good slate.
Look, Jill's over there like, wait, what's going on here?
Jill, don't run now. Don't run now.
I'm Jill Monroe. You guys make sure to email us questions. You can find me, stilettojill@gmail.com, at stilettojill everywhere.
Miko Grimes @gmail.com. This has been the after party. We'll see you next week. Peace.
It's the after party.